Hi guys, welcome back to this Retro Manchester City save. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and here in episode 37 we have the round of 16 tie in the Champions League, and as you can see we've been drawn against FC Porto. We haven't got a game between these fixtures, so it is going to be solely focused on this Champions League round of 16 today, and hopefully we can continue our run in the competition. As you can see from our current league position, we are now in 5th place with games in hand over other teams as well. We've done really well recently in terms of our form since you were last with us for the Bayer Leverkusen game. We won 4-1 at home away at Tottenham. We lost in the FA Cup to Blackburn, so we're out of that competition now, which does mean that we can focus more on Europe and the Premier League. We had a 2-0 win against Sunderland, followed by a 5-1 win at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Hopefully we can get a good result today against in the two legs over FC Porto, and we can continue our European run. The team for today's first leg is given in goal: Hart, Barry, Smith and Sanya are at the back, Toure and Lampard in midfield with Sinclair, Murphy and Heskey in behind Andy Cole. So hopefully we've got one or two issues with injuries and fitness, but hopefully we've got a strong enough lineup that we can uh, work our way through this first leg. They have got some very good players in that Porto team as well, with the likes of Ivan Ilson, Ivan Campo, Bizzarri in goal there, Deschamps and Jardel. But I'm hopeful that we can get a good start to this game and try and work things in the right manner. So here we go for this first leg against FC Porto. We're now underway, and I think we've done remarkably well to even get to this point in the competition. Any opportunity to continue in this competition will be greatly appreciated, so hopefully we can continue. I just saw that the referee for this game was the great Pierluigi Collina as well. What a referee he was. And Ortega with a strike there for Porto. Viveros managing to get on the rebound. Moving out to this right hand side here, Viveros looks to get into the penalty area. Jagielka's in there, but Jardel got there first, and it's gone wide. It remains 0-0. Jagielka on an early yellow card after just 3 minutes, so he's got to be careful for this whole match, and we're going to have to keep an eye on him really. We have got a couple of defensive options. Max Smith could move into centre back, as we do have the fullbacks on the bench. Evan Nilsson to Ortega, Paulinho Santos to Deschamps, holds on to it and finds Ivan Nilsson out wide. Paulinho Santos, Deschamps under pressure by Sinclair. This is George Acosta now. Switches it to Bellini, using loads of space on that right hand side there. Heskey didn't track that at all. And Porto are moving the ball really, really well here. We can't get near them. And this is Capuccio to Evan Nilsson. Now Paulinho Santos to Ortega. He moves down this right hand side here. Still Ortega gets the cross in, and it's a huge error by Shea Given, and Jardel has opened the scoring here for FC Porto. We couldn't get near them there during the build up of that move, and that was extremely poor from our point of view. And we've got a lot of work to do now over these two legs. This is Ian Hart, plays it back to Gareth Barry. Frank Lampard, Yaya Toure. Lampard looks over the top and Sinclair beats the keeper, and he's hit the post. Andy Cole couldn't get there either. A free kick's been given against Sinclair for offside, and it remains 1-0. It was a decent response, but away in Portugal is never easy. But we need to be doing better than we are. We're not creating many opportunities. We haven't had a shot on target as of yet. And in terms of possession, Porto are dominating in that manner as well. So we've got a lot of work to do here. And as you can see by the ratings of our team, we're not giving good account of ourselves at all at the moment, considering our current run of form in the Premier League. Bizzarri manages to claim that quite easily, and he plays it to George Costa, who looks long for Ortega, who's in loads of space here. And now it's Jardel into Viveros. Viveros moving down that left-hand side. Heskey's trying to get back at him and he can't. And Viveros is just being left alone here. And Bellini's in loads of space. Heskey did superbly to win that and find Andy Cole. Now Trevor Sinclair. He needs support if this move's going to go anywhere, and he doesn't find it. And it's cleared forward by Porto to Capuccio. Gareth Barry does well. Yaya Toure now into Trevor Sinclair. Andy Cole with a brilliant run down the centre. Andy Cole with a horrible effort. He's put it quite a way wide there. He should have at least been hitting that target there. And again, still no shots on target in this game. Extremely poor. We're going to demand more again. That's the second time we've done it in this first half because this is not good enough at all. And I will certainly be letting the players know that. As Jardel, with an opportunity from the set piece, goes over the crossbar. And certainly not happy with that first half performance. The fact that we're not having a shot on target is absolutely shocking. And I've let them know that. They were absolutely terrible in that first half. We need to be a lot better than that if we're going to progress in the Champions League here. Yes, like I say, we've done well to get to this stage in the competition, but to have 10 shots at goal and none on target, it's now 11 and 0. It's not good enough. We've got to be hitting the target with attempts at goal, and this is poor from our point of view. And Evan Nilsson now with the delivery, and it's off the crossbar and over. Shay Given called into action again, but nothing coming of it in the end. We're going to go attacking just to see if we can do any better. Jagielka is going to come off, I think, as well. We've not looked good today at all. We need to make some drastic changes here. Sanya on at right back, I think. I mean, Yaya Toure's been poor. We're going to bring Matt Vivian Foe on for him. Emil Heskey's been poor, but we are struggling for options at the moment in terms of our attacking players. Sinclair's got an injury as well, so Heskey might just have to stay on. And we'll bring Danny Murphy on in the centre there. And I think Andy Cole's going to have to come off as well because he's been poor, and Cal Court can come on. And hopefully we can create something with a bit more of an attacking mentality. But this is Evan Nilsson now. Bellamy's brought him down. It's a free kick. And Bellamy has got a red card. Fantastic. So that's immediately changed what we wanted to do. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about this now, to be honest. I think what we're going to have to do is keep Court up there. We're going to move Heskey further forward. Sinclair's no longer got that injury, so I think we'll have to stick with things the way they are. We'll stay on attacking, and hopefully we can at least create one or two chances. Here's Capuccio into Evan Nilsson, who crosses. Lampard gets it clear, and now Cal Court, shocking control from him. This is Deschamps to Bellini, Viveros, Ortega, Jardel is in behind, and it's a good save from Shay Given. At this rate, we deserve to be absolutely battered here, and we don't deserve anything from this match. We've not had a single shot on target, which is shocking. And they've just hit the crossbar again here, and Ian Hart clears out for another set piece for Porto. And it's not looking good here in the Champions League for us. Evan Nilsson again with the delivery, and it's cleared away. The highlight continues with Ortega now, and Given makes another good save, and it's out for another corner. We just can't get out here, and the highlight again is going to continue. Evan Nilsson with the set piece here, looks to swing it in, and it's cleared away by Matt Vivian Foe this time, and finally the highlight ends. But look at the match stats. I mean, Porto are absolutely dominating us here. We need to be doing a lot more than this. I know we're down to 10 men, but this is poor. It is extremely poor from our point of view. Smith does well to win the header, but it's straight back with Evan Nilsson again. And he whips it into the far post. There's the goal. It's Viveros. And I think, to be quite honest, we'll drop back to our usual mentality because we're just going to leave ourselves too open at the back. And that's going to be the end of this tie, I think, to be honest. I can't imagine us getting back into it looking at the way we're playing. Given smashes it forward. Cal Court challenging George Costa, but losing out very easily. This is Evan Nilsson into Capuccio now. Still Capuccio. Swings it in. Jardel produces the save from Given, but then squeezes it in. It's 3-0, and yeah, the tie's over. I'm absolutely furious with the boys. I'm more furious with Craig Bellamy. I mean, the way that we've been playing, and then such an important game, and he goes and gets a red card. I mean, what can I say, you know? And the Jagielka substitution didn't happen either last time, so that's another one that's gone wrong. Because originally Sanya was going to come on, wasn't he? And he hasn't done. So we're going to bring Sanya on now, not that it makes much of a difference. And here is Jagielka into Mark Smith, now Lampard. Finds Cal Court, looks over the top for Heskey, can't find him, and Bellini to Campo, and now Viveros. Well, the red card certainly finished us off in this game. If we get back into this in the second leg, I'll be amazed. But 13 shots at not on target is a joke, to be honest, from our forward line. We've got so many good players going forward. Huzzah! We've had a shot on target. At long last, here's Ian Hart with the throw in. Trevor Sinclair into Mark Vivian Foey. Good run from Foey, but he hasn't got the support that he needs, and he's found Lampard, and it's fallen for Trevor Sinclair nearly. It's come down for Ian Hart, who fires it in, and it's fallen almost for Cal Court. Ian Hart gets onto it again, finds Lampard. Are we going to get an opportunity for a goal here? Even if we pull one goal back, it'll be something. Heskey into Cal Court, straight at Bizarre, right in front of the goal. And Drulovic is going to bring it away here, but Sanya wins it back. Sanya holding on to it well, gets brought down by Bellini, and a free kick's been awarded. There's no further highlight from there. And we look set for a heavy defeat here in Porto. And it looks like, I mean, if we can bring this back in the second leg, it'll be an amazing achievement, but I can't see it personally. So it looks like we're going to be heading out of the Champions League here. A very, very poor performance, and with Bellamy being sent off, it just finished us off straight up, really. So certainly a lot of work to do in the second leg, and I can't imagine we're going to do anything in that. Trevor Sinclair is out for a few days. We're going to do that for Bellamy, and we will come back for the second leg after I just get through the week off camera. Okay guys, here we go for this second leg. It's probably going to be our last game in the Champions League after that 3-0 heavy defeat in the first leg. I want us to give a good account of ourselves though in this second leg. If we can get a win then great, but I cannot imagine for a second that we'll turn over a 3-0 deficit at this stage in the competition. We've got Shea Given in goal, Ashley Cole, Jagielka, Smith and Sanya at the back, Foey and Lampard in the midfield with Sinclair, Murphy and Heskey in behind Cal Court. Damien Duff was almost back from his injury layoff, and as he was coming back, he's broken his ankle, so he is now out for the rest of the season, which is a big loss as we enter the last 10 games or so of the Premier League as well. It's a big blow to lose him, but it does give opportunity maybe for Martin Petrov to get a bit more game time as well. So hopefully, like I say, we can do a little bit better today. We are at home and we do have a decent record at home in all competitions. So let's see what we can do in this second leg. Like I say, I'm not expecting us to go through by any stretch of the imagination, but good account of ourselves, and if we can get a win, we'll at least go out in style. Danny Murphy with a free kick. It's a brilliant strike and it's just over. I think it clipped the crossbar on the way. It remains 0-0, but 3-0 to Porto on aggregate. And as you can see, in terms of early creativity, we haven't had a lot of the ball, but we have at least had a shot on target in the opening minutes, which is useful. Ortega with a free kick here for Porto, and he's smashed it in. It's 4-0 on aggregate now, and we are very much heading out of the Champions League now. It's a brilliant free kick from Ortega, but yeah, it's certainly not been ideal for us in terms of our recent form. We've been really, really good, but in terms of Premier League, I hope that this doesn't impact the players' confidence too much. Mark Smith now into Frank Lampard. He has support ahead of him and finds it in Heskey. Now Sanya moving down this right hand side. It's a good pass into Danny Murphy and he squares it, and somehow in an open goal, Cal Court has missed. And that was a big opportunity for us to get back in this game, not necessarily the tie. And there's a corner played in there, and it's gone back out to Lampard. Now Mark Smith plays it back out wide to Danny Murphy, who controls well, and he finds Heskey at the far post, and it's hit the post, gone across goal, and again we haven't scored. It's very unlucky. Two big opportunities there, and It's certainly not been our day in relation to this tie against Porto. We've really got demolished in that first leg, and two really good opportunities have been missed here between Calcourt and Emil Heskey. And as time goes on, it's looking less and less likely we'll get anything out of this game, just in its own right rather than on aggregate. Here's Mark Smith though into Jagielka. Does well back into Mark Smith now. Looks over the top for Trevor Sinclair, who just about beats Evanilson to it, but Evanilson wins the ball back and Capucho knocks it long for Jardel. Smith does well to get in onto it, and it's fallen for Heskey and Court. And again, defensively, Porto just surround our forward players and get it away. Sanya into Mark Smith. Ashley Cole controls it and holds on to it well. He looks over the top. There's no one there. But it's a big error from the goalkeeper, and Trevor Sinclair scores. Big error from Brazzari. It's 4-1 on aggregate now. 1-all on the night. Like I say, I want a good performance from the boys today, just for the game itself rather than the tie. If we get close to the tie, then great, but I highly doubt that'll be the case. Here's Bellini. Heskey intercepts, but can't hold on to it, and Bellini eventually loses out again to Heskey. He did well tracking back there. Smith to Lampard. Poor pass from Smith. Lampard was completely surrounded, and Jardel's there, but Given manages to make the claim. And as half-time approaches, we have got a potential opportunity here with Sanya down the right-hand side to Danny Murphy. Heskey does well on Deschamps. Lampard looks to switch it and find Trevor Sinclair. Plays it into the penalty area. It's cleared by Campo. But Ashley Cole from distance, just over the crossbar. It rattled the netting, but as such, it meant absolutely nothing as it went over rather than in. So at half-time, it's 1-all, 4-1 down on aggregate. And yeah, I'm just trying to get the boys to just show why we've made this stage of the competition, to be honest. I mean, Porto have had one shot on target out of 3 and scored it. We've had 3 shots on target out of 14. So again, we're not hitting the target enough with our attempts at goal. And this is Jagielka, where he's just smashed it long here to nobody. And Evanilson gets onto it very easily and finds George Costa. Now Ivan Campo switches it to left-hand side for Viveros. Sanya did well to get there, but Heskey can't get onto it from the header. And this is Ivan Campo now to George Costa. Deschamps in space. Ortega into Capucho. And Porto are breaking away down this right-hand side now. Ashley Cole can't get onto him. It's in for Jardel and it's just over the bar. But again, defensively, we are poor here. And Jardel is dominating proceedings. Bellini with the throw finds Ortega. Now Paulinho Santos. Ivan Campo into Jardel again. Didier Deschamps into Evanilson. Good clearance by Mark Smith, but it's straight to Capucho. There's no control with that clearance, and it's smashed into Ortega. It's 2-1 to Porto on the night, and it's game over again. And again, they've not had many opportunities, but we're just not converting chances. We're not getting them on target, and it's been a really frustrating tie, to be honest, because we are better than this. Yaya Toure and John Terry are going to come on for the other yellow carded players. Cal Court has been shocking today. We're going to bring Andy Cole on, and we're going to take Emil Heskey off as well, and we're going to bring Martin Petrov on to make it 4 substitutions. And Ashley Cole looking over the top here. Ivan Campo comfortably deals with it to Bizzarri, and that is that. We're going to go attacking. I can't imagine it'll make any difference whatsoever. If anything, it'll just leave us more open, but we've lost the tie now anyway, with only half an hour to go. And Paulinho Santos to George Costa. Didier Deschamps. Yaya Toure does well to win it. Now Andy Cole plays it into Trevor Sinclair, who's in space, and Sinclair scores. It's 2-all on the night. 5-2 on aggregate. We need, I mean, 3 goals in half an hour it's not exactly not doable, but against the side of Porto's quality here, we are going to have to do something drastic to get back into this. And as time is beginning to flicker away, 20 minutes to go, Scott Parker's going to come on for Frank Lampard, who is really struggling for fitness. He might have taken a knock as part of that. And we're going to demand a little bit more from the lads just to see if we can win the game on the night. The tie's done, as was suspected from the first leg, but we've been a bit more competitive this time round. But again, you look at the number of shots we're having, we're not converting chances into shots on target at all. And the rest of the game, bit of a damp squib to be honest. We've not created anything since that goal, and it's finished 2-all on the night. We've lost 5-2 on aggregate to Porto. The Champions League is done, and it's disappointing, but again, I wasn't expecting to get to this stage in the competition to start with. So we've done well overall, but I think the manner of the defeat from the first leg with Bellamy being sent off and whatnot has really dampened the spirit, really. It's certainly not been good enough, and we have work to do in the Premier League now for the remainder of the campaign, with some big games to be played as well against Chelsea, Arsenal, Leeds, Manchester United, all to come. And I think what I'll probably do is I'll get five or six league games done now, and we'll probably come back in and around the Chelsea game. And yeah, I think what I'll actually do, Southampton and Chelsea, and then we'll come back for Manchester United and Leicester for the last two games of the season. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It wasn't quite the way I wanted it to go, obviously. We were hoping to get a little bit of a better run in the Champions League than finishing the way we have done. But until next time, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. All your support is greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.